this is our first topic, and this is called derivative. I am explaining today derivative of P3 mathematics of Edexcel. Derivative, there are different types of derivative. Like first of all, we will discuss derivative of trigonometric functions. We have trigonometric functions like sin x, cos x, tangent x, like secant x, cot x, and cosecant x. Here, first of all, we will discuss the derivative of sin x. The derivative of sin x is cos x, and it is proved by first principle method. First principle method is solved in your book. You can see from there, and the derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Here d over dx of sin kx is equal to k cos kx. This k will multiply here, and the derivative of sin kx would be cos kx. And we can take an example here, like d over dx of sin 2x will become like, here this 2 will multiply, like this k was multiplied here, and sin 2x would become cos 2x by taking derivative of it. Now we can take another example of cos 2x. Here cos 2x, derivative of cos 2x would become minus 2 of sin 2x, because cos x is equals to minus sin x. Therefore we have minus 2 sin 2x. Now we take here an example from the exercise. Y is equal to 6 sin 2 over 3x. Now we will derivate here. Here it will become dy over dx. We have taken d over dx, the derivative. This k 2 over 3 value will multiply here. This 6 is already here. Sin 2 over 3x would become cos 2 over 3x, and 3 and 6 would cut out here. Here it will become 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 2 2s are 4. This would become our answer. That was derivative of trigonometric functions of sin x and cos x like terms. Here the derivative of tan x would become secant square x, and we can see here, if here the value comes like tan 2x, it would become 2 would multiply here, and the derivative of tan 2x would be secant square 2x. Okay, and derivative of cot x is equals to minus cosecant square x, and if it comes like cot 3x, then there would be minus 3 cosecant square 3x. This would be derivative of cot 3x. And again, derivative of secant x, if we take derivative of secant x, it would become secant x tan x. If here comes like secant 2x, then it would become 2 secant 2x tan 2x. And the derivative of cosecant x is equals to minus cosecant x cot x. These were the derivative of trigonometric functions. Now we will move toward some rules. Now we will discuss derivative of exponential and logarithmic functions. We have solved out here some exponential function, the functions in which our variable arises in the power form, like here x is in power, here 2x is in power. Then these are called exponential functions, and if natural log or log appears, we will say these are our logarithmic functions. First of all, we see this example. Y is equal to e power 2x. Its derivative would be, like here 2 is like k. This 2 would multiply here, and e power 2x will come as it is in this derivative. When taking the derivative of y is equal to e power x, then we will get derivative e power x, because here the value of k was 1, here 1 will multiply, and there is no need to write 1 here. Again, if we take a function y is equal to natural log of x, its derivative is 1 over x. But if there is a number like k, then there is a property of natural log. If natural log is if the natural log is of two quantities like 2 and x, then they will separate out like this. This is the property of natural log, or more properly we can say that this is property of log. Y is equals to, this would become natural log of 2 plus natural log of x. If we combine these two, natural log of x and natural log of 2, we can get this again, natural log of 2x, if we write in combined form. This is separated form, this is combined form. If we take derivative of this, here dy by dx will come, and natural log, the derivative of natural log of 2 would become 0, because this is a constant number. The derivative of a constant number is always 0. Now the derivative of natural log x would become 1 over x, and we will get here final answer 1 over x. But if we have a situation like this, y is equals to 2 power x, then the derivative dy over dx would become 2 power x, but a natural log of 2 will multiply here. This is its general form is like this. If y is equals to a power x, a could be any constant, then we will take derivative of this with respect to x, it would become a power x and natural log of a. This is our answer of this expression. This was the derivative of exponential and logarithmic functions. Now we are moving toward the chain rule. Now we will talk about the chain rule. Chain rule is like a formula. If we want to derivate y with respect to x, then we will have a parameter like u. We will go from y to u and then u to x. U would be our parameter here. We can memorize it like if we are going from our office to our home and we stay somewhere in between, like at a place u. First we will go from y to u, this is dy by du, and then from u to x, this is du by dx, and this two will multiply and we will eventually go from y to x. Y is our parameter here. We will take an example to illustrate it. Like we have taken y is equals to x power 3 plus 2x plus 3 power 6 all power 6. Let this whole expression is u. We have taken a parameter. Then what would be derivative of this? We will derivate this u with respect to this x. This would be du by dx, and here power rules apply. This power will multiply here, 3 multiplies here, and then in the power of x, 3 minus 1, 1 would be minus, and the derivative of x is 1 and the derivative of constant is always 0. It will become this. Now we will replace here in this place u, this u, it would become u power 6. Here when we take derivative, then this 6 will multiply here, in the power of u it would become 6 minus 1. It is actually called power rule. It is like if we have an expression y is equals to x power n, where n belongs to rational numbers, then we derivative of y with respect to x would become power multiplies here, and in from the power 1 would be subtracted, and if there is anything other than x, then we will derivate again with respect to x. But here only x is present, the derivative of x is already 1 here, therefore we don't require this expression here. It would become nx power n minus 1. The same method I am applying here. This power multiplies like n, and from the power 1 is subtracted like this. This would become 6u power 5. Now we apply the chain rule. This is our dy over dx, like we have said here, from y to u, dy by du. This is dy by du, this one, and this is our du to dx, from u to x, the other half. We will multiply these two, this and this, and we will replace what we have let. U is equal to x power 3 plus 2x plus 3 here, like this. This would be our final answer. This was the chain rule. We are talking about the product rule. Let we have an expression like this: y is equal to x square into 3x cube. Uh, Here two expressions are multiplying with each other. Now this would turn out to be, its derivative would turn out to be like this: dy over dx is equals to, second term will come as it is and derivative of first term, plus the first expression comes like x square, and we will take derivative of the second function. Okay. Now the derivative of x square would become 2x, power will multiply here, and from this power 1 will be subtracted, 2 minus 1, it becomes 1. And here also power rules apply, 3 3s are 9, 3 with multiply with this 3, and here from the power 3, 1 will be subtracted, it would remain 2, and we will multiply these two, it would become 6x power 4. When x power 3 and x power 1 will multiply, when bases are same, like x, here the base is x, then powers are added, 3 plus 1 4, here 9, here also the powers would be added, 2 plus 2 4, and 9 plus 6 15 x power 4. They two are added because they are like terms, like x power 4, this is also x power 4. Now we will discuss about the quotient rule, the last in this series. Let us take an expression like y is equal to 3x square over x power 3. Here two functions are dividing. When we take derivative of this dy over dx, then it would turn out to be like that: the square of the denominator in this denominator, the denominator will come like this, and the derivative of the numerator here, 3x square, minus, here in the formula minus comes, then this would be like as it is, and the derivative of x power 3 would be taken here. Now here power rule applies, power 2 multiplies here, 2 3s are 6, and here from the power 2 we will subtract 1, it will become 6x, and here it is this is as it is, and when we take derivative of x power 3, it would come to be like 3x power 2, and here x power 3 to the 6 will become, and here 6x will multiply with x power 3, this would become 6x power 4, and this will become 3 3s are 9, x power 4. These are like terms, like x power 4, and from 9 6 would be subtracted, it would become minus 3x power 4 over x power 6. Here power will cut out with each other, here x power 4, here was x power 6, then it will cut out with each other, and minus 3 over x square will remain as answer. This process can be done like that: x power 6, this 4 will go down, and this will be subtracted from here, and this would come out to be like this. Okay. This was our sum up to the derivatives.